Hi, once again it's Marcus from Marcus Language Academy. Thank you very much for joining us again. And today we have our third video of our webinar. And thank you also for all your comments in our chat. It's always nice to read from people who are motivated. And that's exactly the topic of today. But before that, I want to briefly recap what we've learned so far. In our first video, we checked out the real language learning secrets. You should feel like a child again. Try to be intuitive by using the storytelling method. Use questions and answers to repeat. And this way everything easily gets in your long-term memory. And try to listen to language as often as possible. In our second video, we activated your superpowers. We connected the language to a story by seeing pictures and colors. The questions and answers sparked your curiosity and emotions. And the audios made you really feel the melody of the language. All that makes you really feel the language and helps you to remember everything better. But every good method reaches its limits when students lose motivation or think they don't have talent. And this was also an important issue for me when I created my course. The main reasons for losing motivations are: number 1, you feel left alone. Number 2, everything gets too complicated. Number 3, you don't see the benefit of what you've learned. Number 4, you just don't find the time. Now the big question is, what can we do about that? And in my world, there's always a solution. And in order for you to never feel alone while learning, you will always have in my course the feeling to be part of a small learning family. You can always contact me directly or other students via chat, and you will get instant help. You also have the opportunity to talk to me personally on a Zoom video call. And I really love to get to know all my students and help them individually. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? And in order to never get the feeling that everything is too complicated, you will learn the language in my course with simple and straightforward sentences of everyday life. After all, we are not politicians and we don't have to twist our tongue into knots. And with my question and answer technique, you will have fun and you will make great progress in a short period of time. And this will also help you to see why we are learning the language. I focus on the 3 essential parts of a conversation: asking questions, answering questions, and telling something freely. And all this in the corresponding tenses, so that really nothing can surprise you anymore. And with this winning experience, you stay motivated for a long time. But the biggest problem for most people is the time factor. And here I would also like to help you and share an experience from my life. I always wanted to play the guitar, but I thought that's too complicated and I don't have the talent. But in a TED Talk video I saw that you can learn a new ability in just 20 hours. But I thought that's impossible. But let's give it a try. So I decided to practice every day 20 minutes for 2 months. That makes in total 20 hours. In the first week I was high motivated. The second week was okay. In the third week I got problems. But I told myself, Marcus, stick to the 20-hour rule. And suddenly after 6 weeks, I had a great breakthrough. And after 2 months, it was part of my daily life. This was 3 years ago, and I'm still playing the guitar almost every day. And with the 20-hour rule, I learned how to do yoga. I learned how to cook. And yoga and cooking is also part of my daily life right now. And you too can do the same and apply the 20-hour rule and get your breakthrough for your new language. And with my step-by-step lessons, you can easily study 20 minutes every day. And if you stick to the 20-hour rule, you will be surprised, like me, how successful you could be. You see, with the right method and motivation, you don't need talent to succeed. And I see this every day with my students who achieved their dreams. Michael from the US, for example, wanted to travel to Germany, but he thought that German was too complicated. And this is what he says right now.
Marcus' course gave me the confidence to travel to Germany.
Michael, you are great. Fatima from Peru wanted to work in Germany.
I am now in Berlin, and without Marcus, I wouldn't be here.
Fatima, you absolutely deserve it. And Ari from Japan has a boyfriend from Austria. And to have a future together in Europe, she wanted to learn German. And for someone from Asia, it's not so easy to learn German. And let's see what she says now.
I speak more and more in German with my boyfriend, and soon we'll travel to Europe together. Thank you very much, Marcus.
Eri, I wish both of you all the best in Europe. And Janet from the US needed an A2 language certificate, but she didn't know how to start. And this is the result.
Finally, I got my language certificate. Marcus' method is the best.
Janet, you are simply the best. These are just great stories, and I'm so happy to be able to help. My method has already helped thousands in over 90 countries. And just a few of them are language talents. 92% improved their language skills in just 2 months. And those people are people like you who simply learned and are learning the language with the right method and motivation to start their new life. In our first 3 videos, we have already learned what the real secrets of language learning are, how to activate your superpowers, and how to find and keep the right motivation. And all this we will combine now in video 4. And I'll show you how my method works in detail, so that you can start your new life in a short period of time. So don't miss an opportunity of a lifetime. And as a small reward for attending my webinar, I promise you that I will have a special deal for you in video 4. And if you miss this, you will definitely regret it. And this special offer will only be available for a short time. And today as well, I have a little question for you. What do you think? What percentage of success is talent and hard work? I'm really excited to read your answers, and I'm pretty sure you'll see that you don't need talent to learn something. I'm Marcus from Marcus Language Academy, and I'm looking forward to see you in our last video. Thank you very much and see you soon.